assist both the existing firms that we have, existing primary employers, and to try and provide them access to the resources that they need to become more competitive, grow stronger, and in the process, hopefully add more jobs. We also are looking to attract new companies into the area. Well, we've had, as I indicated, some success this past year, and I thought it'd be interesting to bring forward a couple of people representing companies that we've worked with to talk a little bit about the projects that they're engaged in right now, what that will mean for the community, what it will mean for the companies, and what the role of the regional partnership has been in their projects. So we have two individuals with us today, and I'm going to bring them up one at a time. I'm going to start with Jeremy Probst with Technical Prospects. Jeremy has got a big event coming up tomorrow, as a matter of fact, a ribbon cutting for their expansion, which we assisted with. And so, Jeremy, congratulations on the project. Tell us a little bit about the company and what you're doing.
Absolutely. Thank you, Larry, for inviting me. Josh, several familiar faces in the crowd today. Our company is Technical Prospects, and we provide Siemens medical imaging replacement parts, support, and training to the medical imaging community worldwide. And the company was founded by my father in 1997, and I joined the team in 2003. It was just him and I in Greenville, Wisconsin, across from UBC Lumber Company in a small 8,000 square foot warehouse. And Bob worked for Siemens, my father, for 18 years as a service engineer. So we went around to medical facilities and serviced their CT scanners and X-ray equipment to bring them up to functioning condition and provide preventative maintenance to the facilities. Technical Prospects is one of the largest, or I should say is the largest Siemens medical imaging parts training and support supplier in the world. We have some competition, but the majority of our competition looks to a wide variety of equipment manufacturers and doesn't focus specifically on Siemens imaging parts. So that's our kind of niche business. Our entire business model focuses on lowering the overall cost of healthcare. The OEMs, or original equipment manufacturers like Siemens and GE Healthcare and Philips Healthcare, charge very high prices to do the work that they offer to the hospitals that are around the world, imaging facilities, hospitals and clinics, outpatient centers, and remove the imaging equipment. First, before we remove that, we certify to make sure that the system is fully functional. We bring it back to our facility and we harvest the parts out of it. So in all reality, we're a very glorified very glorified automotive boneyard, but it's very highly sophisticated, very organized, and very clean, and requires a lot of high-end jobs to accomplish our goal. Bob founded the company, like I said, in Greenville in a 10-by-10 bedroom. He lost his job from Siemens in 1997 after 18 years of service. So we've come a long ways. We've seen the most significant growth in the last 3 or 4 years. In the past 6 years, we went from 8 employees in 2008 to 43 employees today. And the most of that growth was in the last 2 years. So we built our facility up at the airport, or actually right up down CV here. We're next to Gardo Ameristeel at the end of Mayflower. We built a 60,000 square foot, $3 million facility in 2008, and that's when we had 8 employees. So we had high stakes and high vision of where we were going. We have 15 acres of land that we purchased there, so we're hoping to stay there and be able to build on if necessary and not have to relocate our facility outside of Appleton or Outagamie County. Our business has grown revenues as well. In 2011, we were $3 million, 2012, $6 million, 2013. Last year, we entered with a $10 million year, where our goal is to be a $25 million company in 2 years. We're privately held, a close family atmosphere by my father and myself and a stepbrother and a few other people in the family. The expansion project that Larry kind of just alluded to here in our recent growth, when we built a 60,000 square foot facility, we only really needed about 40,000 of it. So the east-hand side of the building had a separate entrance that we didn't utilize. It was more just open warehouse space. We looked to lease it out, but didn't want to be tied into any type of a long-term lease because of the growth mode we were on. So we invested $2 million into building a training facility, and essentially what we did is 20,000 square foot of regular warehouse space with 25-foot ceilings, and built it into a 2-story facility with 16 QA bays. So they're 20 by 20 rooms where we take the medical imaging equipment and reinstall it into those rooms. They're lead line rooms, physicist approved rooms that we're able to bring in the biomedical clinical engineering students from all over the United States and train them on how to service the equipment. So that, along with that, is a couple training rooms, a large lunchroom, some other office and cubicle space for our additional staff. We basically ran out of office space at the end of last year and brought in a couple long van trailers and used those for office space in the interim. So we've had some challenges with our growth. But our goal is with this expansion project is to offer 30 more family supporting jobs to the local community. And along with that, the students that we're bringing in, they range from 6 to 8 students per class, 1 to 2 classes per week. So all that traffic's coming through the Appleton Airport, being directed to different restaurants and different partnerships in the area, hopefully bringing some more exposure to the area. And one of the challenges that we've had is who wants to move to Appleton, Wisconsin? And I thought this was a beautiful place to live, but apparently the winters just don't seem to be very accommodating to most people. So that's been a challenge for us, and we've been hoping to use our own facility now to grow our people and grab engineers from the local OEMs and train them to be high-tech engineers and offer support at our facility. So we've done some work with not connected with Plexus, but they do a similar model. They manufacture a lot of medical imaging circuit boards and components, ultrasound equipment and things like that. And with their up and down business through the past few years, we were able to pick up a couple of their laid off engineering technology employees and bring them in to do circuit board repair. So that's been a real help for the area. Fox Cities Regional Partnership was introduced to us actually by Melissa over at the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, and she kept talking about this Josh guy that I had to meet. She said, "You gotta meet Josh." We received a $175,000 tax credit opportunity from Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation based on projected hires. So we essentially have to create, I think it was 37 jobs over 3 years at a certain salary range to be able to meet the tax credit requirements. And then Josh, one of the first things he said is, "I got this great opportunity with Fox Cities Regional Partnership in Outagamie County." He's like, "This new prosperity fund." So the Outagamie County Prosperity Fund, which is lending businesses money on a revolving loan situation, and I think there was $300,000 available with a max of $70,000 per one company. So he introduced us to that. The process was very easy. The application was streamlined, and we've been awarded $70,000 to use over, I think, a period of 5 or 6 years at a fair interest rate of, I think it was prime interest rate of, I think, 3.25%. So it's fairly low income, low cost of funds for us, and that money was set aside to be utilized to buy more training equipment for our base to fill out the open areas that we don't have equipment installed right now, and continue to try to be leading edge. So, Josh and Fox Cities Regional Partnership really kind of paved the way in a lot of cases to help our small family business continue to grow. That's what all I have. If anybody has any questions about what we do or what we offer, I can clarify.
How big of a region do you operate in?
The majority of our business is in the United States, but about 15% of it is globally. So large customers like GE Healthcare, Philips Healthcare, Aramark, Citites, they have a clinical technology management section of their business. They're a big customer. And there's a large corporation down in Indianapolis called Trimedics or Medicel. They're in with Ascension Health, and that's been growing. You've seen some acquisitions around here and some mergers, but those health companies, technology companies, and asset management companies are the people that are our target audience and target relationships. So, I mean, we had the VA, 3 guys from the VA up the other day that were from Milwaukee that were doing some work up here at the VA, and they came right in the door. They picked up parts, and it didn't solve their problem. They came back and got a different part, which they thought was the second problem, and fixed it. And then they came in and said, "Hey, I think we're employees here, we're just walking in." So, so we really do offer a nice gesture to the local community. And the guys over at Theta Care, we've been partners with those guys for a long time. They come in and grab whatever they need, and it just, it's offering a faster uptime. And with the ACH, Affordable Health Care Act, there is a large drive towards uptime, utilization rates, throughput, and customer satisfaction. There's a big ranking system that's coming out. So high quality imaging parts at low cost and with fast delivery is something the future is going to need shortly. So.
Well, Jeremy, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And we want to wish you the best for tomorrow's event.
Yes, thank you.
The governor's coming up to celebrate with the company, so we're very, very pleased to have you in the community. This is an example of what you're going to be seeing more and more of, I believe, with the economic development effort. This is an existing firm that's seen an opportunity and is now about to embark on a growth pattern, and we're able to support that kind of activity. That's where we're going to see, I think, more of the job creation coming out of our efforts at the Fox Cities Regional Partnership. The companies that are already in place that have invested in our community and have an opportunity to grow. It's always a lot sexier to have a front page picture with hard hats and silver shovels and the county supervisors and the mayors breaking ground on a new facility, but to be honest with you, that's not going to happen nearly as much as these great opportunities that we have within our own community. So, that said, I want to bring forward someone who is about to become an existing company in our area. Carl Buchinger is the CFO for Winona Foods.
And there where I was introduced to Larry, as well. And so we did secure, some low-cost, low-interest loans with the city of Kaukauna. And then with that, like Larry assisted with that as well, because I had to make a presentation to the city of Kaukauna, to their group. And Larry was there with me that day, and he lended his support and credibility to the project as well, and we got approved on that. And then Larry also hooked me up with Melissa Hunt, and she came in to visit with us from the Wisconsin Economic Development Corp, and basically laid some groundwork of what was out there and available for potential credits, training credits, new hire credits, equipment credits, that type of thing. So with that, and even in addition to this project, it got me going on another credit program, from our existing business. So we did get some credits on this other even sidelight just by being connected with Melissa and WEDC. So, and also in the main project here with the cheese shredding operation, it's still actually in motion. It's being finalized, but it looks like we'll be able to secure about close to $100,000 in tax credits. Okay, is what we ended up going with. And with that project in Kaukauna, it will eventually be a 3-shift type of operation. Right now the shoot, it's a 1-shift operation where we have about a dozen employees there, but potentially with the 3-shift 24/5 type operation, there'll be about 30 employees. And so with that, the credits are based upon, us fulfilling that expectation of adding on those 30 employees over the next 3 years. So, as a matter of fact, in terms of where this project's at, we already did, it was an existing shredding operation we bought just to get in, but what we're going to do is be spending about another $2 million of additional capital equipment to get the shred operation, which now can shred about 4,000 pounds an hour, to really where it can produce 10,000 pounds an hour, which really gets us competitive, in the marketplace. And so that'll be happening over the next 3-4 years. So I saw some towns 10,000 pounds an hour. It is amazing the cheese. Any idea how much cheese is consumed in this country? No. It's 24 billion pounds.
Wow.
So, and of course Wisconsin, Wisconsin still retains the #1 cheese making market. We lost the milk title to California a while back, but the cheese piece of it, Wisconsin still has that in our back pocket. So, so with that, that shredding operation already started. We took over April 1st, and we really took the existing customer base, and we're just sticking with that existing customer base for the next 3 months. kind of cutting our teeth on that. But then we have a lot of shredding that gets done in other plants across the country, in other states. And so we'll be gradually then, starting July 1st through the end of the calendar year, bringing that operations into our plant, and as we can absorb it into our shredding operations. So that's the game plan, and then probably in 2015, we'll look into installing a slice line. You make sliced cheese with individually wrapped slices, that type of product line. And then after that, like some print and loaf cubes, like 5-pound type of loaf type of cheese products will be coming out of that plant as well. So that's kind of the story. And I think, from Larry's standpoint, he's very instrumental in helping us, get connected, getting the approval with the city of Kaukauna, getting us connected with the WEDC, talking to Melissa and getting the right people involved and, helping that process. And like the earlier speaker said, it was a very easy process. It was not complex by any stretch, and I think that was a big piece of it too, just getting the right people involved, which made it an easy process. So any questions from the group? All right, thank you.
Well, Carl, Jeremy, I want to thank both of you for coming this afternoon and sharing that with us. It's always great to be able to celebrate some successes, and both of these companies represent some real success. One of the other elements that I find somewhat gratifying is the fact that two very diverse or distinct types of industries. That's one of the keys to community success, as well as having that diversity in the economic and the primary employment base. So we have food processing, we have manufacturing, training, so it's a great mix.